Everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are well. Today on the channel we're going to be having another look at the upcoming set for Pokemon releasing in January 2025. Of course, we're talking about Prismatic Evolutions. The reason we're going back to looking at this set because even more art rares and special illustration rares have been released, but the Japanese variants. So we are going to go and have a look. We're going to justinbasil.com and we are going to have a look at some of these absolutely beautiful special illustration rares. Me personally, I don't think the Pokemon community is ready for this set. I really don't. I think it's going to be on the shelves and gone quicker than you can blink. But let's see what new cards we've got in this upcoming set. Right, so here we are guys. This is justinbasil.com. For those of you with eager eyes, you will see that I have changed my clothes because after I did the intro, I tried to record this and clicked the wrong button. So I spent 30 minutes talking to a camera that wasn't even plugged in. So we'll try it again. Again, apologies if I sound rough. I've come down with some sort of bug or whatever. But anyway, I digress. Here we are, Justin Basil, looking at Prismatic Evolutions. Justin Basil is a great website because it gives you a visual set list. We've already looked through the comments. We're going to go straight to the fancies, the fancy art rares and stuff at the bottom. First of all, we do have a new couple of art rares released. We do have this Wooper. Like this Wooper card, really good, really cute and playful. A lot of colours, a lot of diversity in the picture, lots of detail in it. However, I do prefer this Meowth card. This Meowth card is something special. It's obviously Meowth, one of the original 151. It's playful. It's got Meowth just chilling in a tree. I can see this appealing to a lot of people. What the attacks are and stuff, obviously we don't know. But the range of colours, I love how it's got, if you can see here where the tree is and the branches here, kind of like a rainbowy effect. Just hitting through the light there. I like that. That's a nice touch. So far, great card. Now we're going to go into, actually we're going to go past the trainer art rares, whatever you want to call them, the trainer art rares. There's nothing really that stands out. Now where we come to the fun of this set is the special illustration rares. As you can see, up to now there are a lot. There are 6, 12, 18, 21. So 21 art rares, special art rares, sorry, to discuss. Lots of evolutions and some cards that I am so happy are in this set, and we'll get onto those in a minute. However, there are a couple of letdowns, but let's go through them, starting with Leafeon. Some of these won't come full screen, but the Leafeon is really nice. It's probably, no, you can't actually say it there. The Leafeon is really nice. Not the strongest one out of the evolutions. You can't quite see the detail there. But then let's look at this, right? Let's look at the cards we can see. Ogerpon EX Tail Mask. Number 1, playable card. Lots of cards have this in the deck. Number 2, this is, I think, better than the special illustration rare that this come out in Twilight Masquerade. The contrast between the blues, the greens, the orange and the yellows is brilliant. It's brilliant, right? Let's just put it there. Stunning, whatever you want to call it. This is the card, this is the special illustration rare that this card should have got before. If I was playing a deck with this card and I already had this card in, I would try to look for 4 copies of this card, switch them out and put this copy of this in. Stunning card. Love it. Love it. Easy 8 out of 10. Next we're on to the Flareon. Flareon, love this card. Love the special illustration rare. A few reasons why. Great contrast of colours. We have all the vivid colours of the terrestrial crown, which are easy to see, unlike some cards. The Flareon takes up the middle, and it also, now this might be me being a bit of a super nerd, the ring here. Is this a nod to Lord of the Rings? Is this a nod to Sauron's ring with all the fire and the inscriptions put in? I love this card. Again, solid. Pretty much an 8 out of 10 for me. Really, really nice. Be interesting to see what these attacks and abilities are when they drop in English, but really, really good. The set is strong. Vaporeon, again, it's alright. It's a little bit too terrestrialized for me. It's getting called the stained glass Vaporeon. You can see everything is super terrestrialized from the the under the chin fin, which is really hard to say that 3 times, to the background. It is good, it is good. It's not as good as some of them. I'd probably give this a 6 or a 7 out of 10. This could have done with something a little bit more. Less blue in the background. Less blue in the background, change the colour, make the blue in the Vaporeon pop that little bit more. Next we've got the Glaceon. Again, too much blue. The crown is easy to see. Glaceon is easy to see, but it's not amazing for a special illustration rare. It's not amazing. It's not blowing me socks off. I'd give this a 6 out of 10. Again, interesting to see what the abilities are, whether the abilities make up for the artwork. In my opinion, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Now, this absolutely 9.7 out of 10 card. This Palafin card is unbelievable. This is, it has to be an homage, a nod, a tip of the cap to One Piece and Luffy with his Gum Gum Gatling ability, because you've got all the fists are slightly different colours for the terrestrial aspect of the set. But look at them all. That is such a stunning card. That is one of the best cards in the set. I know the set is based around Eevee and Evolutions, but this is better than some of the Evolutions. It's better than the Vaporeon and the Glaceon. I genuinely believe that. Like I said in a few videos, I probably won't open as much of this set, but I'll be getting this card. That's an absolute guarantee. What a beautiful card. Love it. Then we have Jolteon. Jolteon, again, it's not the greatest. It's too much of the same colour. It could have been better. I like the white in the crown and the white on the mane. It does have a bit of a reference to the Jolteon that came out in the special art box that came out, where the Jolteon's like jumping between buildings and stuff. That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, there are better cards. There are better cards. Like this. The big lad himself, Iron Hands. Again, this card is so good. This is, in my opinion, much better than the special illustration rare it got in Paradox Rift, I believe, when it's running through the walls with both its hands. The detail in some of this, when you look at this card for a long time, you can see the detail, the colour, the shading, the texture in the metallic patterns and stuff. This card's outstanding. Obviously, we know what this does. It's got Ampere very much where it can take like an additional prize card, etc. But the contrast in this, the silvers, the yellows, the pinks, the purples, the blues, really, really good. Solid 9.4. Not as good as the Palafin, but very, very freaking close. Love this card. Again, a card that I don't play with in the TCG, but I'll be getting one. Love it. Beautiful card. The Espeon, you can't really see. I've tried to look for a better picture of that, and it's not quite there. I think again it's a plain one. You've got the contrast of the pink and the purple in the background. The Sylveon. Sylveon's a sneaky one for me. When I first saw it, people who've been in the hobby for a while will remember the Radiant Collection subset that was in like Celebrations or something like that. This, when I first saw it, I thought that would be perfect in that. That would be perfect in that subset. I give a nod to that. It's a playful card. I don't hate this one, or I don't dislike that one. Hate's a strong word. I don't dislike that one as much as the Vaporeon. Sorry. And the Glaceon. So it's up there. Solid 7.5. Solid 7.5. Again, it will be interesting to see all these cards lined up side by side. It'd be interesting to see who was the first person to get all of these special illustration rares. This man. This Iron Valiant, my word, with the purples and especially the shading in the face and the helmet, the greens and that. This is really good. Probably not the same depth as the Iron Hands. It's probably a 9 for me. I love how they've done this one. I keep thinking whether or not this one should have replaced the special illustration rare it got in Paradox Rift, but I think they're on about the same level. Fantastic pair of cards. Again, this card is very playable. Love the contrast of the pinks and the purples. It's so good. It's a very ominous card. So yeah, I think Pokemon are doing really well with this set. This one, however, Iron Crown, bit of a letdown. Now, not to say it's a terrible looking card, right? It's not. The issue this card has got is it has to compete with the special illustration rare from Temporal Forces. That Iron Crown and the Iron Leaves special illustration rare from that set, and I'll put my money on this, are two of the best special illustration rare cards ever made. Ever made, hands down. So this one, unfortunately, has to take a few pegs off because it'll never be as good as that other card. Some of it I do like. I do like the moon in the background, the yellow and the texture, but it's already had a superior card, right? Again, with Sandy Shocks, whatever you want to call it, this had a special illustration rare in Paradox Rift that was kind of, it was just walking about in the desert. This one's kind of walking about in a desert, or it's an autumn feel, or a cave, or something like that. It's okay. It's okay, but there are better cards. If you play this card, then it's a new card to have, but for me, it's kind of mid-range. About a 7. Now this, a lot of people talking about this card because people are drawing instant comparisons between this and, of course, the Moonbryon version 2 that we had in Evolving Skies. I call it version 2 because there was a Moonbryon that came out much earlier in like Expedition or something. So this will be version 3. I like the colours on this, lots of dark, lots of blacks and purples, lots of depth. Whether or not it'll take over from the one from Evolving Skies has to be seen. I think this will be the most collectible card in this set. Price-wise, I don't know where it's going to go. This whole set is going to take off, right? Absolutely going to take off. Well, this one, I'll give this a solid 8. I like this card. I think it'll do well. Roaring Moon, again, love the artwork on this. This is very kind of, there's a few cards like this that have a very, very Japanese art style too, with the clouds and the swirls and the big hand-drawn lines like on the wings and stuff like that. I love this card. Obviously, Roaring Moon, a very, very played card. I think everyone at some point has used this if you play the TCG. Love the blues. The blue on the body stands out. The hints of yellow, really good. And that big presence of red, really good. I'd give this a solid 8.8 out of 10. I love this card. Again, a card I would really, really like. He's a bit of a curveball now. We've got Goldango EX going through the city, skateboarding, throwing coins. I love the gold in the foreground with the background of the blue and the white spots. It's really clever. I don't know where this card will sit actually. I think it'll sit somewhere on the lower third, but it's not a bad card. I think it's better than... Or do I think it's better than? No, I think it's about on par with its original special illustration rare that it got again in Paradox Rift. I just wish that some new Pokemon had got EX cards. Everyone knows I love Magmar, but they seem to be going to the same cards, the same Pokemon with the same abilities all the time, which is a little bit of a letdown. Now we're into some of the terrible cards. This Dragapult card, now first of all, right, everyone knows Dragapult, everyone loves Dragapult, right, in the TCG. It's a great card, it's a very meta card. I don't like playing against it because it's just crazy meta. But this is not good art. Everything's too terrestrialized, all the colours are washed out. Dragapult doesn't pop in the foreground. This is like a 4 or 5 out of 10 for me. This is weak. Weak. There is one later that is worse than this, but I mean, it's a new Dragapult card. People might get one to say they've got it, but I think some of the full arts that have been out recently are better than this. If I got this card and I pulled it from a pack, I'd probably sell it straight away, to be honest. I'd instantly sell it. Back on the Japanese style, we've got Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt there, very sort of Japanese artwork. Love this. This is probably one of the better versions of this card I've seen. There is a version that I still need to get in Temporal Forces. Need like 2 cards for a master set. I think this one is better. The one that's in Temporal Forces doesn't do anything for me. It's just Raging Bolt stood there, not doing a lot. There's a lot more background on that one, but this one, you get a sense of he is raging. You know what I mean? He's using some sort of lightning attack. It's a very much more commanding picture, and Yeah, solid that one. I give that like an 8.2. Eevee, unfortunately, another weak card. The problem that I have with this card is the background. I would have loved to seen some deeper greens in this Ivy or vine or whatever this is in the background, and the flower. I would have loved to seen that just pop in the background that little bit more. The Eevee itself, excuse me, is actually really good. It's not overly terrestrialized. We've got the focus on the crown and the tail, but the body and the face isn't overly done, which redeems it a little bit. A solid 6. Solid 6. But the thing is, everyone's going to need an Eevee card to be able to play the Evolutions. So we'll see where this card goes once the set comes out. This, now, the Blood Moon Ursaluna, again, very sort of Japanese artwork. I've shown this to a few of my friends who have like koi carp tattoos and tiger tattoos in the Japanese style, and this looks a lot like that. Not a broad range of colours, but the colours work really well. We've got the dot of green in the eye, the reds, the browns, the kind of dusk colours. Really, really nice. Really, really good. I'd give this like a 7.5. This is a really good card. Solid. Solid for what it is. Playable as well. I'm thinking about getting one in my deck. See where this comes, like in price rise when the set comes out. Now, the worst of the lot, and I am not apologetic if people think differently. This card sucks ass, right? You can't even see half the Pokemon. Like, what the hell's going on? Everything's just washed out and blended in. All the colours are just kind of there. There's no pop. There's nothing special about this special illustration rare, right? This is like a 3. The card that was in Stellar Crown, better than this. The full art that is in the, what's it in? The Terabagos EX Ultra Premium Collection, better than this. This card, waste of time. Pokemon companies should have picked a totally different Pokemon and put in the SIR slot. This card, waste of time. Yes, I know it's a new Pokemon. Yes, I know we're going down the terrestrial route. I don't care. The Pokemon's being made to death. Don't like it. Hate it. And then we're back on the Leafeon. So some absolutely outstanding cards and some absolutely garbage cards. But I would love to know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get the channel towards 2,000 subs. I need your help to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to join and become a member, there's one price for membership and enters you into membership draws on live streams where you can win packs and cards and even PSA slabs. So give that a try and see what happens. But that's going to be it, guys. Leave some comments below. I would love to hear from you if you think I am wrong or right or indifferent. Any comments are welcome. I will respond to every single comment on the video. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next one.